Hello, and welcome to the Underhive. Thank you for rejoining me here with our man Chusun Tai. So I've carried on, and I've done a bit of the grind behind the scenes in between the previous episode, because I wanted to get us straight into the action with this character. And I know we've had a couple of episodes so far, and a little bit of the edited, just the kills and things. But beyond that, we've killed probably around about 1,000 to 2,000 looters in the interim, as well as plenty of step bandits and a few hideouts. Now, we haven't done any other sieges, and there hasn't really been much of anything else beyond the looter killing and getting the stuff to Smith, because I wanted to get us to the point where we can do that. Now, as you'll see, I'm on -2 influence because I haven't done any killing for the last few days, and I did spend a little bit as well, so we'll get that back short term. I didn't want to drop too far below 0, but that's fine. And we've lost that because our leader is has the Sacred Majesty policy, because he is like a divine being. So he gains influence because he is, the Messiah basically, and we aren't. So obviously we aren't going to gain influence off the back of that. So from here, I just wanted to show you some of the things that has been changed since the previous video. So firstly, our character. We have equipped ourselves with some amazing gear. We've also got an amazing helmet. We've got the top of the range lamella, boots, gloves and shoulders. We've got the Khuzait lamella armor, and we've got the Khuzait Lord helm. So we've fully equipped ourselves with that. We've got our smithing up to 143, roguery up to 55, and steward up to 150, as well as polearm at 122. Not really done much archery and polearm, to be honest. I've let the guys do a lot of the killing, so you haven't missed much. In terms of inventory, so as you can see, we've got the top of the range helmet there, and we've still got the same gear as we did last time. Still got a Salagat. As far as the party though, so we did have Rum and the Loud. We've donated our previous shoulders to him, and now we've got Himil the Knowing, Junjad the Fatherless, Eliaksha the Accursed, Anbard the Shark, and Coleg Frostbeard. As you'll notice, all of them are equipped with glaives and nothing else, because they are our Glaivelord companions. And then we did manage to get a couple of war horses, so we managed to upgrade these into horse archers, and then naturally they just became heavy horse archers over time. We've also got one elite troop, Aquilani, so he's a 2nd level elite troop. They start out as a noble son, Aquilani, Torgud, Keshig, and then Khan's Guard. So in theory that helmet is probably better than the one we've got, but Keshig's have the one we have. So not quite as good armour as we have though. So that's those things covered. Quest-wise, nothing particular. As far as the clan, we're clan tier 3. We have no fiefs, but we have got 4 workshops. And honestly, this has not been making that sort of money. They've all been around 150 to 200 until the last few days. So still says it's level 1, but I don't know if that increases, behind the scenes, even though it's still saying level 1. Not sure. But they're all working pretty well for us. Now, I will say, I previously, in one of the other series, in the previous patch, mentioned that tanneries are like amazing. And I think personally they ought to be. Leather is a particularly important resource and material for this time period, and I think it should still be very good. But even putting tanneries in the places that really ought to have them, and making sure there's no other tanneries in Khuzait land, they still didn't make any money. And I tried it for like a month of game time, and then there was no profit really, like 20 or 30 a day. It was rubbish. So we switched over from that to a clothier, and that makes loads more. In fact, actually, it was the wool weaver, but that's making even more than the clothier. So we've sorted all that out, and we're going to go into the smith because we have some new glaive parts. So we're going to go with the long glaive head. So the previous glaive head, the glaive we've all got equipped, is that blade there. But we're going to be going for the long glaive. We're going to keep it just regular size. We have then also got decorated pine shaft. The top level one, if you're interested, is just a longer version of that. We're going to go with the decorated pine shaft, which has these knobbly bits on it. So we've got that. And we are going to go with the only pommel we've got, which is the mace-shaped pommel. That bit there. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because it doesn't make much difference. As you can see, that will require 140 skill. And as far as it goes, that does look like it's been moved. There has been a recent patch, and that I'm not saying they've listened to me, but that actually does look further away from the border than one of the previous videos. By all means, watch it back and let me know. I might have just missed that. But it doesn't move when we zoom in and out, so it was nothing to do with anything I could have done. So I actually think they've moved it, but I very much doubt they've listened to me. So that is going to be the glaive. Now, as standard, the weapon reach on this would be 180, and the swing speed only 30. So I want to drop that down to 170 and get the swing speed up to 37. So I think that'll be sufficient for our needs. So we're going to forge one of them. So we've only got the one wood, actually. So have we got anything to smelt? We do not. So before we make that, because we're going to want to make one for all the gang. Nah, we'll not take it all. We don't need tons. We'll just take enough. There we go. And in fact, we probably couldn't have afforded it all. I've realised we're skint now. Smith here. There we go. And alternatively, we could go with a pitchfork, if you think that'll do us any good. Probably not. Glaive head. We'll go with the standard size glaive head. Now these, I mean, we have got one of them to put on, but to be honest, like, because of the way the base of the glaive blade is set, I just think that looks silly. Like, that one would be fine, but we haven't unlocked it, so I just think the rest of these are too much. Like, maybe that one's not terrible, and like maybe that one, that's okay too. But the rest don't look right, so we're not going to have one because we haven't unlocked them. Get the decorated pine shaft, and we'll put it down to the smallest, and we'll get that. And we'll make that a bit smaller. That doesn't seem to affect much on this particular weapon. So we need to make, I believe, 7. So we'll make 7, and we can always smith one back if we don't need it. And we'll go with Chew Glaive. There we go. Now we'll just see if we unlocked out for that. No, we didn't. Nothing relevant to our needs anyway. So that's fine. So we'll check that out. So they do all appear to be identical because the cost is the same. So versus the current glaive, it is slightly slower, but you would expect that with a longer reach. But it's, as far as it goes, actually, it says it's not even particularly more damage. So we'll try it out, but if we don't like it, then we can always make it different. We can always go for a different haft on it, but I just wanted to go with the one that's decorated. So everybody, fill your boots, get yourself a Chew Glaive. They're the latest thing. You know you want a Chew Glaive. They are limited edition. They're only available to my bodyguards, so count yourselves lucky that I'm not using it on you. And there he is, and back to me. So the aim from here will be to upgrade the armour of our companions to be at a similar position to ourselves, but we are permadeath, they aren't, so it doesn't really matter if they haven't got any armor right now. They're a freebie troop in my opinion. So from here, as you can see, we are at war with what's left of the Western Empire and with the Vlandians for some reason. I don't know what Monchug took exception to, but he really isn't keen on them. So we are going to head out. And we've got, in terms of the party, we've got us as a group, 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah, and then 30 men on horse with us. Unnamed heroes that they are. Now I don't know where the armies are kicking around at, but we can always find that in the armies tab. And we'll try and find Mochug. So he's travelling there, so he's got to be somewhere about. We'll see if we can find him. As you can see, they're making 794 by keeping the troop number small. We've been able to amass the wealth to get this armor set. Something that didn't happen in the Empire playthrough because I had much higher. Nah, I'm not bothered about making peace. We want to get in the war now. Come on, Monchug. Come on, Monchug. So yeah, we spent the money on keeping our army large, which is, you know, just as valid. You will get there on the money front eventually. Now Lucon's army's there. What's he doing? Looks like he might be trying to intercept Monchug. Where is Velios? Ah. Back up there, eh? Whoa, no, no, no. That was, oh, so now if we jump him, Monchug's gonna jump right in, I think, and help us out. This is the big question. Will we end up 37 versus 337? Essentially, I know it's 336. Or will the big man save us? He has come right in. We've got the advantage. Go on then, tell me about the battle. And no surrender or die. So, big battle afoot. I don't think we're going to be told about the formations, which is fine by me because we want to operate as a independent fighting force.
Follow me!
So we'll keep our cav near us. Oh shit, there we are. Look at him with his glaive showing it off. Looks quite nice. We'll give that a few swings. Feels quick enough. And we shall. Oh, they've engaged. They've engaged. Onwards, men. We're not having any of these boys coming in with their horse archers. We're going to cavalry them down. Weaving between the trees here. We're the horse archer slayers. Oh, we've just missed him. It is a little bit slower. It's a little bit difficult to get used to the timing when I've been using the other glaive. Oh dear, what happened there? Everybody's skin and that fell off. That's not right. Oh, he's on my team. Sorry, mate. Should have recognised glaive. Celiari. Well, we've took him out. And now we're going to get ourselves into the thick of it. Charge, men. If we lose some, we lose some. Horse archers are generally okay. operating independently, so we'll leave them to it. Oh, he's one of ours. In theory. It's all going off over there. See if we can get in and pick somebody off. Oh, 400 damage, savage. Oh, no, 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 don't die here. Oh, we took one right in the back there. Alright, we're not gonna do that. Not again. Just shows you though, doesn't it? You can spend 300 grand on armor, but on realistic you can still get wiped out. You might have to watch that back and see whether we took a hit or whether it was just this arrow. Oh! Oh right, there's two. There's one in the knee as well. One in the leg, one in the leg, one in the back. Well, the armor kept us in it, I'm sure, because we're on such little health. I cannot imagine a way that worked out that way without the armor on. And we only lost one, so that's not too bad. We will now join the army for a bit of protection. And once we get back to Khuzait lands, we will start the recruitment drive. In terms of inventory, we've got the wherewithal. We've got 73 steppe horses and a further 3 desert horses. So definitely got the setup ready for more horse archers. I think the army's going to crumble shortly though. 828, that's a good day at the market. Miron's obviously had his head kicked in very recently. No, we don't want to make peace with no tribute. What are you doing, Akram? Weakling. We're a warlike people. We don't need that. But that's fine by me. I've got nothing against the people of the Empire, but it does make it a bit confusing when they're in your team, Monchug. Because I'm going to be glaving it around and firing arrows, so it's important that I know who to hit and who not to hit. Dispersed. That's fine. Mesui. It's as if she knew. Well, we will get ourselves back into Khuzait lands. Check out. So she's over there anyway. That's fine. So we're going to quickly head down to Marzen, and we shall recruit all they have to offer. That's fine. We don't mind having a few footmen, I suppose. It's not ideal, but they'll probably get killed. So these guys will be horse archers at some point. As will these. Unfortunately, we can't access those. I'm not down for doing that again. It's not worth the time it takes, to be honest. I'd do it if it was something important. So we'll try and catch up to Mesui. We will join in whatever siege she's decided to embark upon. Probably this castle here. And again, I'd be happy to take that one. It's close enough to Khuzait lands that I don't mind defending it. What are you doing? Oh, it's got 500 defenders. That'll be why. 500 militia. Wow. That is some serious militia. Here we are at the castle gates. 297. I can see why. Now, we haven't bought a better bow yet, so I think after this siege, or, well, I think really to warrant buying a bow, we need to be spending about 25k on it. So when this siege is finished and we're at the point that we've got 25k, then we will look at getting a new bow and some new arrows, because we haven't upgraded either of those. We went for the armor survivability. Surprised we haven't been feeding our allies, to be honest, because there's only 246 food in the party for everyone. Cohesion's dropping. Gaining engineering experience though. I didn't realise that worked passively. Maybe I haven't paid attention to that previously. There we go, we are in. And we shall attack. Look at him there in all his glory. Well, once again, we're going to go slowly catchy monkey, because I'm not that familiar. Oh, I am familiar with the layout, yeah. Same as a lot of the others. So it doesn't look like there... Oh no, there is a siege tower that side as well. Look at the minerals on that guy. Stood out in the open right in front of the ballisters. Rather you than me, Sonny Jim. Oof. Sounded painful. Oh, yeah, it's that bad boy over there. It was like no impact. It was like a football by the time it landed. You're filling your stones up with helium behind there. We'll go with this side. Support the siege tower. Because I think through this slit here we can get a decent angle. Excuse me, mate. I'll take over. I'll have to just pull this. I can just get this, mate. That's a bolt. Ugh. Do you mind? Shoot you in a minute, even though we're on the same team. There we go, getting iron. We go, getting iron now. Just before the siege tower dropped. Oh, lovely. Don't know if I'll be able to catch that because he sort of looked into this, but try and get you a nice view on that. You're lucky I don't just pop one right in your cheekbones. Do you mind? We're on the same side here. Oh, great. Oh, you can please yourself then. What's the defences looking like over there, though? Yeah, we'll make a break for it. Oh dear, danger. No clip on the old glaive there. You best bugger off. I didn't tell you to come over here with me. Look at them doing this sort of pushing and shoving. Should be concentrating on the fight, boys. That's over. Oh, still on the kill, but fine. Ooh. Moved just in time there, didn't he? He didn't. He didn't. No. And he's done himself a crippler there, moving out like that. Ooh, didn't expect to hit anybody with that. No, we'll not come out of the cover just yet. See, bend on that. Oh, I thought I had him there. He got him that time. I knew he was just peeking back. Peeking up. Oh, we've run out of arrows. Have any of you got any spares, like? No? Give me a pack of them, mate. So, evidently, there is a point to having a second set of arrows. I'm no longer that keen on this approach, but we will do it. We're not going to hide in the shadows every siege. We are going to make our way in. We're not about that life. There's not many defenders left, but there are still enough there to kill us. Nah, this siege tower isn't really the type of one we want to be in because of the length of this here glaive. Oh, double killed. Oh yeah, but this stairway is right up our street. Chop the buggers up. Hopefully you don't turn around because we need to go overhead. Oh yeah, sandwich of death. I think we did a cracking job there, boys. Go on, pile in. So that's a bit of a bottleneck. Just wait my turn. Come on, boys. Scrag and bash. Push in. Push in. Power through. I need to get nervous now. Missed the main gate fight. Perhaps that would have been a better shout for us with big glaive on. Bash. Have that with your sinks. That's what we think about sinks. So yeah, not a bad crack. Another 12 kills. It's a regular occurrence for us in terms of sieges. Get rid of a few of those looters, less valuable prisoners. We did lose. Oof, we did lose quite a lot there. Oh, it's one more horse archer for the gang. Loads more loot. Now they might give us that, but if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. We're not that bothered about it. Now, ideally, we want to get back to our lands. We don't really want this, but I reckon Montrug will keep it. Yeah. Like, I'm not bothered about having a fief right now because we'd only have to shell out to garrison it, and like that's fine if you can camp out there for a bit, but we don't want to do that. Yeah, we'll take that because we've got we're all about being a Glaivelord, so it's about that perk really. So nearest city we're going to want to get into is Umbrella really. Nothing there that warrants keeping. Nothing there. Nothing there. We've got 18.5k now. That's not a bad shout. Oh, we didn't get rid of the prisoners. We'll do that in Makeb. Give them a bit of extra distance to walk home if they don't end up in the mines. And I do it individually. Well, not individually, but I do it like this because previously it didn't upgrade your roguery skill unless you did it on this menu. Like if you just clicked sell all, it didn't do that. But as you can see, it did in this case. So 19.5. That's pretty well. 19.9. Step recurve. Very nice. I don't know where. I don't know if we've even got a wood workshop. No. We'll have a look around because we're still making money. So by the time we've found one to buy, we might have the funds to buy it. Step warbow, 60,000. Wow. Well, I think what we'll do is then we'll take a heavy recurve for now because that is more damage, more missile speed. So we'll take that for now. Then we'll use the rest to acquire troops as desired. Oh, not products. Give me your troops. And we'll quickly... no, we won't actually. We're just gonna head in to cause a real ruckus in enemy territory. We'll worry about the home soil in a little bit. That fella, we've done a good few missions for him getting grain off screen and all. Just loves grain, that fella. You bring him 12 grain, and the next day he's like, oh, have you got another 12 grain? It's like, man, if you just sent somebody to buy you 45 grain for the same price you're paying me for 12, you wouldn't need more grain. Guy is absolutely puddled. So we'll get to 100. We'll get to 100 troops total, including the wounded, and that should do us. There you go, bang on. Lovely job. So, now we've got a decent sized force. Not great quality. A lot of those are just chaff. But we need a bit of chaff if we're fighting on our own to keep the horse archers free of the melee. Now, Monchug is steaming around like he's got a bone to pick, so maybe we'll go and do that. But I would like to have a bit of a solo fight and just show off what the Glaivelord is truly capable of. Now then, Jason. I tell you what, Jason. I'll meet you a bit further away from the village, eh? I don't want to fight you in village, not with 100 men. There we go, in the open. Well, you're sort of in a tree now, but we are at war. Surrender. You absolute joker.
Mounted attack! Follow
So we'll send the horse archers in just to sow a bit of discord. Oh.
Kill them all! Infantry! Charge! After me! On my flank!
And we will lead the Glaivelords into battle. Try our new bow out as well, I think.
Footman charge!
Send the footmen in. Send them in wide.
Formation!
They're only just about keeping up anyway. And we'll, in fact, we'll keep our cav with us. We'll sort of, well, we got the horse. Got him though, didn't we? No chance for the cataphract. Double kill. I don't know if the Lord already got took out, but there isn't much left in the way of resistance. A few archers. We don't want to... oh, he was one of ours. We don't want to get too cocky with the archers because it only takes one good arrow to the face. But the mob are going to go and sort them out now. We only lost one. That's fine. Take you as a prisoner, mate. And we'll take your fellas as prisoners also. More horse archers. Very good. And more loot. Well, that turned out rather nicely, I think. Got a little siege under our belt. Got a war with a vassal, well, a fight with a vassal under our belt. Going to head back over to our lands. And in the next episode, we will continue as we have been. So we want to get ourselves some better arrows. And we want to keep on the warpath and try and crush the Western Empire. Take over the lands. Maybe even... oh, 700 defenders, maybe not. I'm going to say maybe even take one of these cities and perhaps own it ourselves. Maybe... oh, there is a war going off over here, so... We'll head over there, and in the next episode, we will see whether we are sieging it and whether we can join that siege. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Underhive.